Hey, what's up, you guys? Welcome back to my channel, The Unpopular Party, hosted by me, Malik Taylor, and today we are here for another Hot Topics episode. Today we just got a couple topics to talk about, but you know I'm opinionated. I have to give my opinion. And before we get into all that, if you haven't already, please make sure you subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys send my way. You know, pretty girls love Malik Taylor. If you watch the video, you're not subscribed, I got bad news for you. But not for real. Subscribe to this channel. Thank you guys so much for all the love and support you guys send my way, and let's get into the Hot Topics. So the first topic I want to talk about is Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla. Hi hotties, how y'all doing? Come on in. Megan Thee Stallion and Glorilla kind of had a little blunder over the internet that kind of had some people talking, and it was happening so fast you had to catch it. But I saw it in real time, and I'm gonna tell you exactly what happened, right? So Glorilla, she had reposted a quote and it said, "I'm forever grateful for the heart I have, the way I love, the way I treat people, my pure intent. It's all a blessing," right? And probably was something innocent. However, when you go listen to the sound, it's a Tory Lanez song attached to it. So, you know, Glorilla and Meg, you know, they the industry best friends. They hopped on tracks together. That's the girls side of the rap. That's go Meg, get them Glow. So people looking at Glorilla, oh my gosh, Glow, how dare you attach a Tory Lanez song? How dare you reposting this Tory Lanez song? And I said, y'all, hold on, hold on. I do think it was an honest mistake, because here's the thing, I fell victim to this as well. If you're scrolling on your phone and you see a post and you just like it, and let's just say you may be at the gym or you got your headphones mute, if you attach it to the story, that song that's already attached to it, it automatically come with it. So whoever the original user was, they may have put that Tory Lanez song attached to it, and you might not have saw it, you just posted onto your story and kept going. An innocent mistake, but a costly mistake, because you know Meg and Glorilla, they're cool. And once Megan Thee Stallion saw that, she unfollowed Glorilla. Oh yes. She unfollowed Glorilla and she archived all the posts. Now, I know a lot of people, you're probably gonna go back to Megan Thee Stallion following, and you're gonna see, she's still following Glow. She's following her back now. She's following her back now, but we saw this in real time. My eyes does not deceive me. We saw this in real, because I went and looked. Yeah, she unfollowed Glow. And them birthday pictures she did to Glorilla, she archived them. Now, I guess after a conversation was had, she did refollow Glorilla back. She did put the birthday pictures back up. Glorilla also archived her pictures with Meg. She was like, okay, what the hell? But Glorilla did take down the post. But I will say, if I'm Glorilla, I'm gonna take this as a very eye-opening situation, because that fan base, when I tell you that fan base dragged Glow, they called her ugly. They talked about her nose. They called her, what's the thing off of Ice Age? They was comparing her to that. Like, they was dragging Glorilla. And you know, now that they cool, you know, it was a bit, oh, we good. But if I'm Glow, you see how quick y'all was to drag? And that's why I always give the hotties the side eye, because they're no better than like these other big name celebrity platforms anyways. Their whole thing is they want to be the anti-fan base, and we're gonna spread love and da-da-da, but they act or move the same way when their favorite is talked about. They move just like the Barbs, they move just like the Swifters, the Selenas, or whatever. When someone disrespects their favorite, they're going to attack them. And it's not a dig at all hotties. I'm not even gonna put that way on all hotties, because like I've always stated, I'm a Barb, I like Nicki Minaj, but every fan base got the ones where just take it to the most extreme. I'm not finna be sending unalive messages and stuff just because you said you don't like Nicki Minaj. It's just not that deep. These people, you know, it's just not that deep. But every fan base got that subset group that just do that, and the hotties is no different, and this situation proved it. Now, I do feel like with Megan and Glow, like they could have moved about that situation real differently, because people was like, why is this even news? They're famous. Duh. We're gonna talk about it. And not only are they famous, they have made themselves and marketed themselves as a duo. Their whole thing was, I love you, man. I love you, Glorilla. You know, we friends, we cool. And they like to market themselves as they're the girls side of rap. They're the, oh, it's unity over here. We all love and glitter and butterflies. But that's why I always called it out. Almost like it just feels fake and forced, because the second the situation happened like this, you quick to be like, excommunicated. You know, a conversation could have been had behind the scenes. I'm sure Glow told Meg, you know, it wasn't no harm, it would have been nothing, but you got people on the internet ain't got nothing else to do but see what happened. Hey, you know, in this day and age, unfortunately, unfollow equates beef, so you know you got people that's gonna be nosy and look into that stuff. Had it just been a conversation and removed, it wouldn't been nothing to talk about, but now we're talking about it. And plus, it's not like we're dealing with kids. If I'm not mistaken, what, Megan Thee Stallion, she's in her 30s. Like, this is not kid stuff. I don't know, it just seems like right now, Megan Thee Stallion, she just probably had a lot on her plate. I'll give her grace, because, you know, Tory Lanez defense, and they did come out talking about some, oh, in 36 hours, we're gonna release incriminating details that proves Tory Lanez innocence. They could have kept that. They could have kept that. You know, I'm gonna call it down the middle every time. So Tory Lanez, if that's the evidence that they talking about, you're gonna have to eat the rest of them 10 years. What, it's 8 now? You're gonna have to eat the rest of that. Cause his defense lawyer, she was going on news station to news station talking about some, they got doorbell video that proves what actually happened that night, and to prove that Megan Thee Stallion didn't get piled.
From Florida, Why did you take such an interest in this case?
Specifically, how I got involved in this case is I actually am friends with Amber Rose, and she had flagged it for me. And when I actually spoke to the attorneys that are representing Mr. Lanez, they actually presented me with evidence. When I saw the evidence that was brought forward, we're talking about no forensics DNA on the magazine of the pistol, a 0.01 DNA match, which effectively means that he could not have been the shooter, to include there being ring footage that really refutes and dispels the testimony that, you know, he had basically said dance and then fired the firearm. All of this does indeed show and prove that Mr. Lanez, unfortunately, is being incarcerated and he's an innocent man.
So we all like, okay, well, if you got it, like, if you got it, just drop it. Don't be making us do this, no, 36 hours, If you got it and this man, drop it, release it, pull your best footage out. 36 hours came by, they released some stuff that's why it didn't even make big news, because I was like, it didn't make no big news. The stuff they released was so trash, garbage. Stuff that we already knew. Like, it's a doorbell footage, and it's like you can hear 3 pals blank and then 2 more pals. And I'ma play it for you. I'ma censor it because I don't like hearing all that loud noise and stuff like this. I'll censor it. Bow, bow, bow. Bow, bow. And they ended up looking stupid because they had posted this, but this was the old clip that was used in the trial 2 years ago. So it's given, they was going off of like social media stuff. They could have kept that. They could have kept it. Now you tell me, because some people was like at the end, they can hear Tory say dance beat. I can't hear it. It's like real murky, but they could have kept that footage. It was trash. It was slow. And then in the response to that, Megan Thee Stallion legal team released 31 pages calling out Tory Lanez lies. And then someone made a funny joke. They was like, you see how they have to put it in red because all y'all do is read shade room titles? I said, oh wow. But yeah, they released 31 pages calling out Tory Lanez lie, what he lied about. Now someone did point out, they was like, well, if I'm a legal team, why am I still releasing stuff if we already prove it? But it's not, I said it's not about the court of law no more. We trying to get it back in the court of public opinions, okay? I'm keeping score, you know, Megan got this round. Megan got this round. I gotta get credit. Megan got this round. Not only was the footage slow, but Megan Thee Stallion, she just released her swimwear line, Hot Girl Swim. You know, it's exclusively with Walmart, and she made a little jokey joke on Twitter. She said, and 36 hours later, we're still selling. I gotta get a point to Meg. And then on top of that, the girl looked good. The girl looked good. Like, I'm gonna be honest with you, I'm not the biggest Megan fan, you know. I don't really like the way she moved, but one thing I can never take away from Megan, that face is facing. The face card is always, the girl looks good. The girl is beautiful. And she looks good in this, swimwear line. You know, I can give the girl a compliment. Right is right, wrong is wrong. And here's the thing, I feel like a lot of people be getting turned off with my commentary on Megan, but I feel like, I don't understand, like, this is my point of view. I don't understand how you can come here and be here with, if I have my commentary on Natalie, Scotty, all these other people, but then when it comes to Megan Thee Stallion, that's when you draw the line. Some people was like, of course this is making me feel uncomfortable because here's another black man talking down on Megan. I'm not talking down on Megan. I've actually seen a lot of black commentators refer to her as a B-word, refer to her as a man. I have not done none of that. Still gonna show respect to her womanhood. I'm just gonna ask questions. You're not gonna keep looking me side-eye because I wanna know why they purposely choose to X out this fight that happened between Megan Thee Stallion and Kelsey. Or because I have other questions pertaining to this case. Two things can be true at once. I might not care for the girl like that, but I also don't wish her ill will. But I noticed, had I been the commentator that just went with the flow of everything, it would not be a question. People be like, oh, we need real journalism. Well, I'm not a journalist, so I'm a commentator and you guys like my opinion. But had I done the same commentary and I was maybe just like dragging Nicki Minaj, or maybe I was just like, you know, riding, making coattail, the same opinion I'm giving, it wouldn't even make a difference because I'm just going with the popular general public opinion. But I hate to tell you, this is the unpopular party. That's why I named it unpopular party. I'm gonna speak my mind, win, lose, or draw. I went to the school of Wendy Williams. You gotta say it how you mean it. And then to the people who be in the comment section, this is horrible. You need to stick to baddies because that's more your mind can handle. Well, obviously TMZ didn't think I should stick to baddies because they called me back every time to discuss celebrity commentary. Obviously the Washington Post and other news article stations that I've been to give my opinion and didn't think I should just keep my thought process limited to baddies. Obviously my platform on TikTok, you can follow me at Malik Taylor. Didn't want to just hear me discuss just simply baddie stuff because I'm just Malik Taylor. And pretty girls love Malik Taylor. But yeah, anyway, speaking of baddies, y'all hear about ROLLIE? ROLLIE was arrested. Yeah, ROLLIE was arrested. It's been this video floating around of ROLLIE getting arrested. She got arrested in Las Vegas.
Y'all, look at ROLLIE. I don't know who the other girl is.
Now, why they say she got arrested. They said she had a blunt in Vegas, which she lit up. I didn't think it was that valid because I've been to Vegas before, and the amount of like things I've seen out there, I feel like blunt was the least of their concern. I thought Nevada, Vegas, I thought they were legal. I guess not. I thought you could buy out there. Like when I was on the strip, I literally saw Marcus, selling shrooms. So it's like, why y'all arrest that girl? Now, Rollie did give an update on the arrest.
I did not go to jail. I just got arrested. Okay.
What happened?
They saw a bad bitch and they wanted to arrest me. He just want to put me in some handcuffs because I was sexy as hell.
They done lock Rollie up. Ain't that something? Free Rollie or not. Next. Now, the last thing I want to talk about real quick is this whole Kid Cudi situation, because can you believe these folks on the internet saying that Kid Cudi is a snitch for speaking on the Diddy trial? It's crazy. So as you know, Diddy is still on trial for just, in the words of Kid Cudi, just being a moral supervillain. That's exactly what he called it, man. But Diddy's is still on trial. A lot of more revelations is coming out. Kid Cudi has to take the stand because he dated Cassie. He dated Cassie in 2010, 2011. They was involved with each other.
Rapper Kid Cudi is now on the stand in the Sean Diddy Combs sex trafficking and racketeering trial. He reportedly had a brief relationship with Combs' ex-girlfriend Cassie Ventura nearly 15 years ago. His testimony follows George Kaplan, a former employee of Combs who was granted immunity in exchange for his testimony.
And under his impression, he thought Cassie had broken up with Diddy, but Cassie was still involved with Diddy. Not in like any other way, but Cassie was still fearful of Diddy because Diddy just had ties on her. I'm gonna read you this. I'm gonna read you a little excerpt from this article. It says, according to Kid Cudi, Cassie began confiding in him around Thanksgiving 2010 that she was having problems with Diddy and detailing the physical abuse she had suffered in a relationship. When Cudi and Cassie began dating, he was under the impression from those conversations that she had broken up with Combs. So after Cassie called him in December 2011, very stressed, nervous, and scared, explaining that Diddy had found out about their relationship, Cudi was confused. Cassie purposely told him she had given Diddy his address and was worried that Diddy might show up to Cudi home in Los Angeles. After dropping off Cassie at the Sunset Hotel to be safe away from Diddy, Cudi learned from Capricorn Clark, a former employee of Diddy, that Diddy was in Kid Cudi home. According to Cudi, Clark told him that Diddy had made her get in the car to go there. And he blew that man car up. Like Diddy was on some real supervillain type stuff. Like Kid Cudi was obviously traumatized by this whole situation. He was on the stand just like, wow, people have the audacity to say that he's a snitch. Like Young Dud had made a post and said, oh dang, Cudi a rat. Cudi is a rat. Insane, diabolical, because this is where a trial where you are called to testify, and if you don't call or show up, they are coming after you to arrest you. But I guess that's just Young Thug mentality. I guess that's where he from. They don't snitch. I don't know. I don't care. I don't do that whole no snitching, no rats. So if you do something to me, I'm telling, I'm singing. And plus, who finna take a bid or take a rap for someone who wouldn't even do the same for you? Yes, I'm singing. And then plus, it's not like Cudi and Diddy was friends. It's not like we was, whatever. You blew up my car. I hope they throw the book at your head. Talking about some Cudi is a snitch, but it's just a certain group of people that we just can't say. We just gotta let them be. But that's all we have for Hot Topics today. It was a quick episode today. But how do y'all feel about what's going on in the celebrity world? Are y'all liking these Hot Topic episodes? Let me know. And of course, as y'all always do, put your comments in the comment section below. Sound off, be vocal. Do you agree with me? Do you not agree with me? Put all that in the comment section below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye.